Welcome to this SciTube Psychology episode. Today we begin with the experiment titled Disgust Observation and the Insula, a mirror system imaging study. The study is associated with Bruno Wicker and colleagues, and the year recorded for it is 2003. Our format is simple. First we identify the experiment, then we enter the setup, then we look at what was found, and finally we connect the concept to life today. As you watch, notice how the experiment is not just a historical event. It is the doorway into a psychological concept. This experiment belongs to Chapter 2 Biological Foundations of Psychology. The setup is important because SciTube treats every psychological concept as something demonstrated through a method. In this case, brain imaging compared neural activity when participants directly experienced disgusting odors and when they watched other people display disgust. The concept being addressed is mirror mechanisms, empathy, emotion recognition, insula. Before we move to the findings, pause for a moment and make a prediction. Based on this setup, what result would you expect? That prediction makes the actual observation more meaningful. Now we reach the result. This finding illustrates a possible mirror mechanism in emotion processing. Mirror mechanisms refer to neural systems that become active both when individuals experience a state themselves and when they observe a similar state in another person. In the case of disgust, activation of overlapping regions in the insula suggests that recognizing another person's emotion may involve partially reactivating neural patterns associated with one's own experience of disgust. The insula is involved in processing internal bodily sensations, unpleasant feelings, taste, pain, and emotional awareness. By internally simulating aspects of another person's emotional state, the brain may rapidly interpret facial expressions and predict how that person is feeling. This process can contribute to emotion recognition and empathy, particularly the ability to share or understand another person's affective experience. However, empathy is broader than automatic neural simulation. It also involves attention, memory, perspective taking, social context, and conscious interpretation. Thus, overlapping brain activation supports emotional understanding but does not by itself fully explain complex empathic behavior. So why does this experiment still matter? Relevant to empathy training, social communication, autism research, acting, virtual reality, and the emotional impact of facial expressions in digital communication. This is the point at which the video moves from the laboratory or classroom into daily life. The viewer should leave with one useful question. Where do I see this concept around me today? As we close, remember the SciTube pattern. One experiment gives us one evidence-based concept, and that concept helps us understand real human behavior. Thank you for watching this SciTube video. If this experiment helped you understand psychology better, please like the video and share it with other learners. Subscribe to SciTube for more experiment-based psychology lessons, and do leave your comments, questions, or reflections below. Stay curious, keep learning psychology, and see you in the next SciTube episode.